the world's population lives in poverty, and 20% of the world's population lives in absolute poverty, which means that they are always hungry. As a Christian, am I meant to close my eyes to that, or is God calling us to be His representatives and to meet those needs?
The distribution of wealth in this world is extremely unequal. We are very, very wealthy in Australia. We give a very low percentage of our national income in overseas aid compared to other countries. We're still very much at the lower end of the scale.
Why is it that poverty happens in a world where we really do have the capacity to feed everyone?
I see children who are the same age as my children who don't have enough to eat or drink or a school to go to or clothes to wear or a roof over their heads. There's nothing that separates them except circumstance. I don't think any of us can in conscience ignore that.
The easiest thing in the world is to shut your door and say, I'm going to deal with my little world.
One thing that weighs heavily on me is thinking, what can one person do? What difference can I really make?
There's so much that people could do if they just looked into it.
Take small steps. It might be just as simple as signing a postcard or going to a meeting or learning about how to get involved in visiting a politician or writing a letter.
The government actually does respond to letters, and there are letter writing guides available through Like a Challenge that will help you form a letter which will say that you're concerned about poverty issues.
You can ask your Member of Parliament to present petitions to speak about the issue in the Parliament. You can ask them to promote events that you're hosting or even put on events themselves.
It's a rare thing for us to go to our Members of Parliament, and it's something we could do much more frequently.
What can we really do? How effective can we be?
It might be thinking about the way you buy products. Am I buying fairly traded things as much as I possibly can?
I think there needs to be a broad range of people doing different things in different ways. I think each of us has a responsibility.
To do justice and to love kindness and to walk humbly with God. Start with us and our apathy.
I guess it's never just one person, you see. It's one person linked with all the other one persons. Collectively, change becomes possible. Don't think that a small group of committed people won't make any difference in the world. In fact, it's the only thing that ever has.
There are over 2,000 verses in the Bible that deal with God's heart for the poor. But it's not just particular verses in isolation, it's the whole character of God, I guess.
So the big challenge isn't out there, it's actually in here. It's actually about people understanding God's heart for the poor.
Getting involved can empower us as well. We often talk in development terms about empowering the poor, but sometimes we need to be empowered as well to know that our voice and our actions really do count.
It's something which is surprisingly meaningful and surprisingly energising.
We're more than blessed. We can be working for justice for all people, not just for the lucky few who happen to be born in a rich country. Can it happen? Can we halve poverty? All the economists say that we can. We could wipe out poverty by 2020. We have the chance to say, Lord, I did my little bit. I did try. I was faithful. I didn't forget.